Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to a wonderful, beautiful Monday. It's just gorgeous out here. I tell you, it may be, what's this, October? And it's a fall day and everything, but it's just beautiful. The weather's just perfect. Anyway, welcome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mary D. Welch, host of the Mary D. Show. Welcome to those of you that are new to the show. I want to also welcome our replay viewers because if you've never been here and you're watching on the replay, we thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for telling your friends, sharing the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also like to welcome our sponsors. And our sponsors for today's show, we have Henderson Realty. They're a sponsor. We also have the Idea Club as a sponsor. We have First Fridays Travel. If you're traveling, you need travel insurance, you can go to First Fridays Travel and get your travel insurance. And nowadays, you need travel insurance. You see all these flights canceled? If those people have travel insurance, they can get the money back on those trips. Everything it's really nice. So take a look at that. Another sponsor, First Book Academy. If you're writing your first book, you go to firstbookacademy.com and get all the help you need to write your first book. Also, for our sponsors, many people have asked, how do I join your email list? You go to marydwelch.com and you can join the email list. Right at the top, you click the icon, join the email list. And if you like to receive text messages, some of you prefer the text messages. You would text the word show, SHOW, and you would text it to short code 474747. Show, SHOW, 474747. And then you'll get on the texting system. For many of you, if you're an entrepreneur, you own your own business and you would like to advertise on the show, you're welcome to do so also. And the way you do that is you would call one of our team members, and that's area code 619-669-8603. 619-669-8603. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we have with us the editor of City Pride magazine. Let me tell you about this gentleman because I am just so impressed. His name is Charles Jackson Jr. He is a reporter, a writer, an editor, and a publisher of of the City Hub Reporter. He founded City Pride magazine in 2007. So he's been doing this for a minute now. Mr. Jackson grew up in Compton, California, and graduated from Centennial High. Then he attended San Jose State University, receiving a degree in sociology and public administration. After retiring as a workforce development director in Central California, he came back home and worked with Compton's Hub City News in 2005 as a writer and advertisement sales and marketing manager. I'd like for you to welcome to the show, Mr. Charles Jackson Jr. Charles, are you there? Oh, yep. Here you come. There you go. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine. I know. I just wanted to tell you because I know to be a writer, as you know, I write too. You must have impeccable English skills, right? He goes,
no way. The good thing about writing nowadays, you write to an audience, especially when you're writing a community magazine, you write to an audience on a third or fourth grade grade level. So
okay.
You and I tend to write, like kind of like I talk,
right,
and like
but
the
that's
people
okay.
Talk. Yeah, so yeah, making it plain. It's
that's the key.
That's what I do. Is just try to make it plain. I'm glad to have Gramercy, and I have other eyes sometime to help with that part of it.
Right.
I never was an English major.
Oh, okay. That's okay though.
Yeah.
But we have a comment, and this is from Richard Nichols. He says, "Hello, Mary. our special guest is not coming on my show. Oh, okay, just found out an hour ago.
Oh,
What are
that's
we going to do? Well, I can tell you. You know what, Richard? I'm not busy. If you want me to come on your show, but it has to. After I finish my show, I can come on there if you want me to and be a guest. I sure can. Just let me know or send me the link. That's what you have to do. Send me the link. But anyway, also he said, Richard says, Richard, what did you say on here? Hello, my friend and frat brother Charles.
what's going on there, Mr.
Well,
Nichols, Brother Nichols.
I'm telling you, Richard, I tell you, Richard is a fan and I appreciate him so much. And we have another comment from my cousin Gwen. She says, welcome, Charles. She said, I am a San Jose State University class of 2000, was it? No, or
80 alumni, yeah. Okay, Gwen.
Welcome, class of 80. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know you went to San Jose State.
Fellow Spartan.
And then I think my cousin did too. She was from San Jose. She moved, but she went to San Jose State too. So that school, I remember it was one of between San Jose and San Diego State. Those were like kind of party schools, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They were party schools, and it was good to get away from the Los Angeles area, going to San Jose State.
Okay.
But they were also very political. Okay.
Yes.
At the time. Okay. When I was going, yes. I went there in the 70s. I started in the 70s, right after John Carlos and Tommy Smith did the big protest.
Right.
So that political element was still there, and we were a campus that was involved in what was going on in the world at that time. So
you were. Yeah. I tell you, San Jose State was the place to be. I remember that was one of those campuses, like I said, with San Diego, one of the bigger campuses too.
Yeah.
As far as the population, it's like a city. And she said parties. I did not tell you party school.
Well, I just like Richard told you, I was I'm still an Omega, so we had a frat house there. So, parties were every day. I mean, parties all the time. Everybody come to the Q house to party. So it was a party school too.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about you? I know you went to San Jose State. We do know that.
Yes.
Okay. And you majored in?
I majored in sociology. And I got a degree in Black Studies, okay, which was part of the sociology department. Okay, and then I afterwards I got a degree in public administration.
Okay.
But I got a little bit of degree in a lot of different things. Just going to college, and that was at that time it was a big opportunity to get away from the inner city, okay, right. and learn really how to grow up, growing up being a Black man, and it was a different world. So I, got a lot of knowledge, okay, and all of it didn't come from the school, okay. Yeah, a lot of it just came from, say, being political, the street knowledge, all of that.
Right,
and just being a people person, observing people, observing different events and the climate at that time. It was a complete learning experience. Yeah.
What led you into journalism?
Well, I was always interested in writing. Okay, even as a kid and in high school, junior high school, even I read a lot. I loved to read. I had 10 brothers and sisters, so I had to hide myself in books. Okay, so I just go to the library, just get all kind of books. Okay, and just read, all kind of stories. Tarzan, Babe Ruth, books on Wild Bill Hickok, all kind of stories. And I just got interested in writing, and I could write pretty well. In high school, it gave me good grades because a lot of the tests were essay tests.
Right.
Okay, so if you write a bunch of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you got a good grade. Okay, and I learned the secret of of using the question in
Mm-hmm.
your answer. Okay,
Oh.
and just
Mm-hmm.
for every question, the answer is in the question. Whatever somebody, whatever
Right.
a test question is, the answer is this.
Uh-huh.
So you rewrite the answer.
And
I
you
mean,
know what
rewrite the
what you're,
question.
you're saying is so true. And what they probably when they saw that, they didn't
Mhm.
it didn't matter what the answer was. They understood that you understood that.
Yeah, yeah.
And for that alone, you probably, sometimes I used to wonder, do they read all these things or not? I did.
I
You
don't
go to
know, but
school. I don't know if they ever did or not.
well, I wrote a lot, so they probably got tired of reading mine. So I was in, like I say, a Black Studies and Sociology department.
Hmm.
So a lot of the essays were, you know, writing essays. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
So, but you didn't major in journalism and you didn't major in
no,
English.
I didn't. We started what we called a black uh, a black students a black writers workshop. That's what we call
Okay.
it. Okay, and we started our own newspaper, and that's where we started. We just started writing about the events that were going on campus.
Hmm.
Okay, of course they had the regular what they call the Spartan Daily, the regular
Hmm.
uh, student newspaper. But at the time, we always wanted to have something of our own. Okay, so we started our Black Writers
See,
Workshop.
there was a daily newspaper on campus already.
Yeah, it was. It was just what they
I
call
don't think we had a daily that I can recall. I think it was once a week. I
it.
don't
Yeah.
remember date,
Well,
but
no, it was. It was. I think it was once a week. It wasn't, but it was called the Spartan Daily. That's okay.
oh,
That
okay.
was the name. So it may have been. It may have been every day.
No,
I
I'm
don't know.
saying no. Our paper wasn't. I already know. But then, see, your campus had like 35,000 people. When
Oh,
I'm a UCR grad. Our campus had 5,000 people.
oh,
They now have 28,000 or 25 something, along those lines. But I remember the powerhouses were San Jose State and San Diego State because really, to me, you guys were like your own city.
yeah,
When
we
you
were.
when you
We
have
were San Jose.
yeah,
Everything everything just kind of grew around that campus. You go
it
to San
did.
Jose, the city of
Hmm.
San Jose now, the campus was right in the downtown area.
Yeah.
And when I was there, the downtown consists of maybe 2 blocks. Okay, now they got so many beautiful hotels and
Hmm.
everything just right around the campus. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
just
What?
drop my coffee here.
Oh, I'm sorry to see that. Okay.
It's all
Because
right.
Richard just said he'll let me know after the show. He's like, yeah, talk to the program director. But
Okay.
he just was teasing me. But he has a show that's on at 2 o'clock. So right
Okay.
after my shows, I go in there many times and say, hi, Richard. So
Okay. Yeah, I seen it. I had a chance to see it. Well, I don't know if it was his show or a show that he was a guest on. But
I don't know. He's like there. No, every Monday and Tuesday is the show he's on.
oh,
He's
okay,
he's a co-host for another show.
okay.
So we both are on shows, yeah. Well, I know too. You're okay. Do you happen to have a copy of your magazine so we can take a look at it?
I do. I have some copies. My latest issue is. Let me see it. Here we go.
Okay, hold. Let's see. A little bit higher and a little bit closer.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Okay.
Yeah, this is we have the governor, okay, of California on the cover of this issue,
Mm-hmm.
and he fought off the recall. Uh,
Yeah, it was a fight, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was a fight, so he deserves to be on City Pride magazine.
All
Uh,
right. Yeah, he put the dukes up, I think.
yeah, but this, I kind of like this issue because we also covered the Olympics. Can you see that
Okay.
there? And you can go online, and all of our magazines open up online. Okay, just like you're watching them right here. But we covered the Olympics in
Oh,
this
that's
issue.
nice.
Yeah, this is our Los Angeles edition. Okay,
Okay.
we
Now
also
you have an Inland Empire edition too, don't
we
you?
do we have an Inland Empire edition,
Mm-hmm.
and the young lady on the cover, she is Sonia Dawkins, and she does a lot in the Fontana area. Okay, they have the Fontana Christmas parade and the Fontana Days festival in parade, and she organizes that, and she's just been doing some incredible work, and we wanted to recognize what she's doing in the Inland Empire. Uh,
All right. Well,
and as you
well,
know,
that's cool.
yeah, as you know, Fontana's a big city in the
Yeah.
Inland Empire, and so we
All right.
recognize.
You know what I like about that is giving recognition to local people. Like
Yeah,
I said, this lady has been doing this for a while, and not that she hasn't received recognition, but who doesn't want to be on the cover of a magazine and and people can really say thank you for the time. People don't know behind the scenes is where the real work is.
well, she worked for the Times newspaper, and she also worked several years with the local newspaper in Fontana. And
Okay.
I don't think either of those papers, when she retired, gave her the recognition that she deserves.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. Well, see,
so
but you did.
yeah, I did. And I wanted to, and
Oh,
you know, I
that's
also this is one of my favorite editions here.
is that
Uh,
Obama?
that's Obama. I
Oh,
had
all
him
right.
on the cover for four issues. Okay, this was
Yeah.
this is 2013 after he
Okay.
came back. But my first issue is when he was running for president. Before he
Mm.
even decided to run, I met him at an event, a book signing event that he had
Uh-huh.
in L.A. And he hadn't decided whether or not he was going to run, but the talk was in the air. And
Right.
he, I he got his autograph on his book and took some pictures of him.
Mm-hmm.
And soon after he decided to run, I put him on the front cover. Not this one, but I have another one. And
Uh-huh.
this is 2007. And,
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's wonderful.
and he had to be my magazine had to be the first issue where he's on the cover of the magazine. I don't really have a record of that,
Right,
but
right.
I hadn't seen him on the cover of any other publication, uh, and before that.
You
Okay,
may be the first.
yeah,
You might want to look into that.
yeah, I will. Well,
Oh,
I have been looking into it, but I just haven't found out. But I'm
oh,
just proud that he was on mine at the time,
right.
and it was before he even won the election. So
And so you met him right before he even announced.
yes, yeah, and
Wow.
this is where the name City Pride comes from.
Okay.
Um, a lot of people, look at where'd you get the name City Pride?
Mm-hmm.
But back in the days when I was growing up, we had in the community a thing about Black Pride.
Right.
Okay, and it was how we, just unified in what we
Mm-hmm.
was doing, and
Right.
and how we strive to really do better in our communities, own businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as educators, teach better habits in schools. In sports, achieving in sports. So we're really about the, 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 the pride in our community. That's what Black
Mm-hmm.
Pride. Now the name Pride has kind of got twisted around over the years. Okay,
Mm.
it means something else. Um, I like that for everybody to know that it means just like Black Pride, but the pride in your city. Okay,
Right.
how you feel about you know your community. Everybody grows up in a certain community.
Right.
Okay, no matter how bad that community is, they're still proud of where they grew up.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're right.
yeah, they still want to identify with that community.
Oh,
So
you're right.
that's where we got the name. And I at the time I was in I was working in Compton. I was working for another publication called Hub City News,
Mm-hmm.
and I was taking pictures. I was the photographer,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I, started taking pictures of the events happening at the schools and happening at the city halls. And one time I took pictures of the parade. Okay, the
Okay.
Compton parade.
Mm-hmm.
And after I, got the pictures back and downloaded them in my computer, I just seen the look of pride and dignity in this community. And every photograph is just, you just can see that pride. And,
Oh.
just being in the kids, on the drums, drumming, just beaming with pride. The parents looking at the kids,
Oh.
they're just proud. And I said, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, and Compton being a city that has a lot of challenges and a reputation for a lot of bad things. Okay,
Correct.
a reputation
Unfortunately,
for
yes.
gangs, drugs, corruption. Okay, and I just said, well, this is an opportunity to show
Mm-hmm.
a different light on a
Right.
city. Okay, show the pride of a city. Why people
Oh.
are happy to say they came from Compton, or happy to say they lived in Compton because they're proud of their schools, they're proud of their teachers, they're proud of their
Mm-hmm.
parents. The parents are proud of their kids, just like anywhere else.
It
Okay,
is.
and
Everybody I know from Compton is proud.
yeah,
I
they
haven't met
are. They
I
are.
haven't met anybody from Compton that wasn't proud to be
They're
from
gonna
Compton.
let you know that they're from Compton.
They
Yeah,
sure do. They sure do.
you
They don't
know.
mind letting you know that. They're like, they and then like you said, you graduate from Centennial.
Yes. Mhm.
What's your rival high school?
Compton High. Compton High
Okay.
is the main rival, and then they had Dominguez High. But
Okay, that's what those are the ones because I know it was Centennial and I guess it is Compton that you will hear about the rivalry that
yeah,
goes
they're
on
rival.
between
You're Centennial and Compton. Yeah.
and they know about it and then and that and when there's games how people come out for generations.
Yeah, for
It's not
generations.
like
Yeah.
not the current high school kids. You got people, the grandparents are there and it
Yeah.
is amazing. It is
It
amazing.
really was. When I was growing up, it was really a sports city. Okay.
Mm.
Football and basketball, the whole community turned out for that. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Oh
it,
yeah.
it just brought the community together. And like
Oh,
I say, that was the really a sense of pride.
right.
Okay, caused me to start a publication called City
Mhm.
Pride. And
Well,
I
I
want
know too. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was going to say, but you're a lot of sports legends come out of Compton.
yes, yeah, and that's what people are really proud of because they're baseball players, they're football players, okay,
Hmm.
track stars, okay. A lot of them come out of the Compton area, and they're just so proud to be from Compton.
Hmm. Well, I think that Compton's definitely on the map. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but, and besides just showing the pride, I wanted to also show positive things that are going on. Okay,
Right.
and not just Compton, but a lot of cities.
Right.
Okay, even Los Angeles, you hear so much about the negative till
Hmm.
there's there's no positive stories in mainstream media. They live off of
The negative.
the negative.
They
Okay,
do. I said I was in another room just listening to my husband was watching TV, and I said, "Did anything good happen today?" It was
yeah,
it was. I'm not kidding. Every
yeah,
single story was something bad.
something bad.
I
Yeah.
said, "What is going on? Did nothing good happen?" But I know a lot of it is to keep us drawn in to that.
People drawing in.
You
For
know,
some reason, I guess it's human nature that people want to hear bad news. Okay.
I believe it because I see
Yeah.
it.
But I really have no competition for the good news. I'm in the good news industry, and
You said no competition, huh?
nobody
Oh,
else is doing it.
oh. Well, Sheila said, awesome, awesome work. She wants you to
Thank
know
you.
that's awesome work that you're doing. Also, Richard has a comment. Richard says, what you say, Richard? He says, besides um, being
Being
informative, the magazine is very colorful. I like the bright colors. Thank
well,
you, Richard.
that's
Thank
one of
you.
the main things I wanted to do was take
Oh,
the actual photos that was taking and
uh-huh.
make them color. Okay, because we like to be colorful,
We
and
do.
and and and, and like some of the pictures are just the pictures tell the story. Okay, especially of the
Okay.
community. Okay, when you're taking pictures of young people that are striving to do something
Hmm.
and involved in whatever they are, especially a parade. Okay, and parades are just so colorful.
They
And,
are.
I
Mhm.
wanted to have a publication where we're not just black and white. Okay, where we are showing our real colors, the true.
Oh. But
Yeah,
if you really think about it, when you think of our motherland, Africa,
yes,
it's
yes,
very colorful.
very, yeah, yeah,
It's not black and white at all.
right,
Everything is color, everything is vibrant, everything is
yeah,
lively. And that's what's in us.
yeah,
It's just who we are as a people.
yeah,
That's who we are.
yeah.
And we
And
have a comment from Adiola. Adiola says, I think she just put a smiley face up there. But hi, Adiola. And then Lavinia says, thumbs up. So we got the thumbs up today going. Thank you, ladies. And
thank you,
then
thank
and
you.
Aliola, she said, it was awesome. That's what she said. She said, awesome. She said, awesome sauce.
All right, well, that's what we cooking. We put together a sauce.
Well, don't let me put this back up. Everybody, make sure you go and subscribe. Subscribe to the magazine. Here we go, right here. Because here we go. City Pride. Make sure you go and subscribe. You can get the digital version and you can get the print version also, or is it
Yeah,
just
yeah, you can get the print in the digital.
so you
Okay,
can
and we're very proud of our digital version right now in our
it
website.
is beautiful. I've seen it. It is beautiful. I'm gonna tell you, it is, I mean, you can see the love that you put
Yeah.
in your magazine. I
Well,
can. I can
well,
definitely.
I'm glad to hear that because that's what we want to show. Okay,
Oh,
we
yeah.
want we want to show that that there's love for the community, that we want that there's hope for the
Yes.
community, and we want to inspire others to do better in what they're
Oh.
doing. Okay, I mean we have some hard times, but
Mhm.
we have a lot of models. Okay,
Right.
a lot of role models that sometimes you don't get to see. Okay, but
Right.
those models are there, and we use the magazine as a tool to show those models, just like person like yourself. Okay, with
Oh.
what you're doing. Okay, with your book writing and with your show right here. I
Hmm.
mean, a lot of people can really get up and do what you're doing very easily. A lot of people can do what I'm doing. Pick up
Yeah.
a camera. They don't have to pick up a camera. Their phone is their camera. They can
Isn't
go
that
out.
something?
Yeah, they can go out and do a story on what's happening in their neighborhood.
Oh
Okay,
my goodness.
and that's what we're inspiring people to write about their community. Okay, and they can send it to me, or they can send it to any publisher, or they can publish their own publication. Okay,
Nowadays, it is doable. Like you
it's
said,
doable. Yeah, it's very easy.
not that long ago, we would not have been able to do this.
Right, right.
Now it's a couple of clicks and we're on live.
Yeah,
we're talking
yeah,
to the
yeah.
world.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So I mean,
So that's part of what we want to inspire the fact that you don't have to give up, and you can't let your environment dictate. Okay, your every being. A lot of things you can do, you can get up and do on your own. It doesn't have to be complex. And I'm not a complex person. Anybody can do a magazine. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
oh,
Yeah.
well, it is like I said, it is art. But let me just say, it's more than just a magazine. It's an art. It's a literally. When I looked at it, I was like, whoa. because I was introduced to you, and I felt bad that I had not heard about the magazine. But
Yeah.
when I did, I said, "Oh my gosh, this is beautiful! It's just
Yep.
beautiful." So just know it is definitely something I would encourage everyone here. Click City Pride magazine and get your subscription. You don't want to miss it. Going for it with it. Now, is it a monthly magazine or is it bi-monthly?
It's a monthly. Okay, we do. Um, we do the LA area 1 month. Okay, and we do the Inland Empire another month.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
And
Okay.
we're also uh, doing a weekly publication coming out of Compton called the Hub City Reporter. Okay, and for a long time, Compton hasn't had their own newspapers, which a lot of cities don't have their own publication newspaper.
Correct. Correct.
Uh, but they have a lot of news.
But but you know what? It takes someone like yourself. This is a love. That's why
Yeah,
this is not.
yeah, it is. It is.
It's a passion, and I would say the same thing about what we have to love it, because no one could ever compensate us for doing this.
no, no,
Yeah.
no.
So you have to want to do it.
I get my
And
compensation from the man upstairs.
here you go. I know about that
God.
compensation.
Yeah, he takes care of everything. I haven't missed a meal.
That's a blessing.
But
That's a
I do put a lot into it, a
You
lot of
do.
hours, a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing about good things, but you still have to be careful what you write.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
and I just have to get counsel and advice a lot of times from other people.
Yeah.
But it is a love. It gives me something to do each and every day. I
Oh,
really,
I can tell. Like I said, I knew when I saw the magazine, it's phenomenal. It is phenomenal. I would tell anyone. And now that because I knew, honestly, I thought it was all the same one. I didn't realize it was the Inland Empire and LA, two separate ones. I thought it was the
yeah.
same.
Well,
So,
just over the last couple of years, I've been emphasizing the Inland Empire because I live here in Inland Empire.
oh,
Okay.
good. Okay, that's good
And,
to know.
yeah,
At
and it's
least,
a
like
lot
you,
of
yeah,
it's just a good area. It's a lot of things going on in
yeah.
in IE. A lot of progressive things, a lot of building going on, and
Mhm.
there's a lot of opportunities here. So uh,
It is. It literally has exploded. It's what
yeah,
I
it-
I look around now, and when I first came to this area, you could drive pretty much get around very easily.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
days are over. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember it used to be a big space in between, the 15 freeway and San Bernardino.
no, not anymore.
Not
Now
anymore. No.
I have to plan my trips.
Yeah,
I can't just get in that car and say I'm gonna go somewhere, because it's too hard. It's too
yeah,
it's a and I have to put a lot of thought in it as to, okay, which way do you need to go to avoid the
mhm,
traffic.
right.
I didn't used to have to think like that,
That's right.
but the growth has made it happen. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It just shows that, and I think the number one thing that has been driving it is the cost of housing.
The cost of housing, yeah. And
Hmm.
LA is such a big city,
It is.
okay, yeah, people have to go somewhere else. Okay. And
Yeah.
um, I think the governments here um, have done a good job in the infrastructure, okay, and
Hmm.
building up, the industry here, and getting,
Hmm.
getting the trains out here, the metro
Right. Right.
trains, help with that transportation thing, and
Yeah.
it's just really growing, and you
It
know,
is.
this is
With
California. Everybody wants to come to California, and you know, I,
Yes, but like one of my sons say, we pay for the air in California.
I do.
That's what he said. He goes, he doesn't live here. He said, Mom, you guys pay for the air in California.
If they
And
could sell it, they would sell it.
because I mean, just like it rained the other day, we people got excited about the rain.
Yeah,
because
Yeah, that's how I did. I
it's
said, man, they didn't send us no rain here.
you didn't get any rain?
No, I didn't get any
Oh,
rain in
we
Fontana.
got
Everybody
it
talking about
rained
this rain and this storm, and I said, let me make a call, get my shot of rain.
uh, it came during the 2 nights in a row it rained here.
Oh,
Because
okay.
and I kept thinking it was like rain. It's so rare until we're so glad to see it. Well, we know we need it. We need more than what we've been getting. That's what it is. But it's still the area, in my opinion. I mean, it's this where we raised our family. It's just it's a family. I think a family community.
Yes.
So Inland Empire. But like I said, it has definitely done. I never would have could have imagined the numbers of people that have moved out here. It's staggering.
Well, I never thought about um, me myself moving out here. Um,
Mm,
my brothers and sisters, they all moved out here. And I said, well, I'm not gonna move out here. I like the Bay Area, but I ended
mhm,
up coming out here, and I
mhm.
like it. And like I say, it's a good place to do business.
It
It's a
is.
it's a good place for a publication. Um, they do lack a lot of information.
Uh-huh.
Okay, especially the inner city community is, uh, it's kind of left out. So, uh,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I can help that. In the small businesses,
Uh-huh.
okay, they need opportunity to advertise and really be lifted up on what they're doing. Okay,
Right.
it's not
Mhm.
just advertising, and I don't just do advertising. I tell a story for anybody that I work with, or anybody that
Right.
comes in and wants advertisement. I don't just advertise. I tell a story about what they're doing.
Well,
Okay,
I
just
can
I
tell
tell
you
your
too.
story.
That's why I thought your background was in journalism because I read some of the stories that they were in your magazine, and they're excellently written. I mean, that's why I was automatically assumed that was what you had majored in.
Yeah, no, I got lucky. Oh, I get lucky with that.
No, you're an excellent writer. We have
Yeah.
Elaine. Elaine said, "Hello, Mary." Hi, Elaine. I can tell you without our support here. And I'm going to go down with all the names, but I just want to thank all of you guys that have written comments. And some of you never write comments, but you're there. We want to thank you too, just for coming on and supporting the show. Elaine said, "Hello, Mary. Just able to join. I can't read. Wag ran very late. We'll definitely listen to the broadcast again." Oh, thank you, Elaine. We're always glad. And I'm going to go back and make sure I say hello to everybody that wrote a comment. Richard, Richard, Gwen, waving, 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 Sheila, Richard, Adi, uh, and I always say her name wrong. I say it's not Isadiola, but I think I said it. Hope I said it right. Lavinia and Elaine. Thank you, each and every one of you. Hi, guys. So, and I'll tell you guys, remember, go and click the link. I'm going to put it up again and subscribe because, ladies and gentlemen, subscriptions run. They help the magazine to go on. Let me make sure I got the right, so I can put it in here for you. That's what keeps it going. Here we go.
We have free subscriptions. It won't cost anything to subscribe to the magazine.
To
Okay,
that digital version, right?
to the digital
Uh-huh.
version. Yeah,
So you don't have to pay anything. Now,
yeah,
can it get any more reasonable than that? So you can, without getting the paperback, you can still get the digital.
yeah.
And go on and make sure you order that. And I will go on and tell you, as you know, I do have an email list. I'm going to make sure that gets emailed out also,
Okay, okay.
so that we can get as many subscribers, because the more subscribers, the more they are likely to be able to support those small business owners.
Yes.
And that makes a huge difference. So,
Yeah.
ladies, gentlemen, when it does go, those of you, if you're not on the email list, if you go to marydwelch.com, you can get on the email list, or you can text the word show to 47 47 47, and now you're on the texting list. And and those of you that get the text messages and the emails, we are constantly communicating with you. So, and you can always communicate with us too. So if you send a text message back, those are all either myself or our team will read those. If you send the email back, same thing. We try to communicate, answer them, or reply. So don't think we don't see you, because we really do. And we really do appreciate each and every one of you too. So City Pride Magazine will be, make sure that's on your list. Send it out to your friends, send it out to your family. Just send it out and share it with your community, because it makes a difference. All of us, I don't even know that we recognize our power together.
Yeah.
It's so much that we offer each other. Like you said, it's the idea of the magazine, City Pride Magazine, but it's all started with a seed.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And when you started, was it hard to get started?
Well, just like you say, it started with a seed. I was
Mhm.
uh, going through some hard times, so I was actually living at a church. Okay,
Okay.
I my pastor, he gave me the key. We had a really big, nice, beautiful church. We had
Hmm.
a lot of office space, and he gave me the keys to the church. He bought me a computer, and he bought me a camera, and he said, "Well, you can do it right here."
Oh
Okay,
my goodness.
and yeah, and that's where it started. It just started. He gave me the time and blessed me. Okay, with some seed money, um, and he um, just let me do it, and
Oh, that's
there's no,
wonderful.
there's no limits. So
Yeah.
this publication has been blessed from the start. Okay,
Oh.
and without his seed, okay, and getting me started and inspiring me and seeing something in me that
Mhm.
I seen it myself, but I didn't know other people seen it in me,
Right.
and he just got me started with it, and I was also it was a good trade off because by me doing things in the community, it was
Uh-huh.
also a lot of services that the church could do at the church, and we started food programs, we started after school programs for students.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we started gang intervention. Okay,
Ooh, okay.
we job programs, all kind of activities that we had. So the church, by me being at a church, turned into a 7 day a week church. Okay,
Oh,
okay, we wasn't just there on Sundays.
right.
We were
Because
there.
now there's somebody, to
Yeah,
keep, let people in, whatever, and kind of supervise.
that was me. That
But
was me.
you,
Somebody to, and his name was Pastor Kirk Lewis. Very
oh,
good pastor, and he just guided us to start the publication and start doing community work. It's right there in Carson, California,
that's
and
wonderful.
we started a Juneteenth there, and we just brought in different businesses and different community organizations, and it really was a good seed, and
Oh,
it really blossomed, okay, into something. And
that's wonderful.
him planting that seed. Now this is what City Pride Magazine, and I have to give credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
From Pastor Kirk Lewis and his wife Michelle Lewis, they got it started, and this is something that I think a lot of churches should do and can do.
Right,
Okay,
right.
there's
Well,
a lot
you
of
have to
work.
have a heart. That's what I'm not saying they don't have a heart. I don't want to sound like that. But I
Yeah,
mean, you have to have a heart for this kind of thing.
you
And
do.
you did, and that's or it's not going to work. You can't pay people enough to do it. So
No.
if you don't have a heart for it, you had a heart to take those pictures and go out in the community and write those stories, because there's hours involved in this.
Oh yeah, it's a full day.
It's like,
you know, I don't plan to go
mhm.
to sleep. I fall out.
That sound like
I don't say I'm gonna go to sleep at 10 o'clock. Oh no.
No,
my
it's well,
mind, my
listen,
mind just keeps
uh-uh.
going, and I just can't
You
stop
can't.
until my body says you can't go anymore. But
I'm listening to you, and it sounds
that,
just like me. Until I'm just like, sometimes I'm thinking, what?
Mhm.
Because I was up at, I went to bed at 2 and was up at 5,
Yes.
and
Okay.
had to got because I had work to do. I had stuff I need to work.
Your mind wakes you up. You got an inner alarm clock that says, "Mary, you got something. This is what you have to do."
I do. I just got up. I said, you got things to do. It was like I couldn't, even though I tried to go back to sleep. I really did. Couldn't do it. And I said, okay, that means you need to get up. But I was thinking I only had 3 hours of sleep. It doesn't matter.
It
I
doesn't
guess.
matter at this stage of life. Those are 3 good hours.
In other words, take them 3 hours and get
Take
up
them
and do
three
what you.
hours and get your day on, because you got things to do.
I got things to do because I had to get up. I have a class in the morning, this, that, and the other, that kind of thing. But I always have to, before I get my day going, is meditate and pray.
Yes. Yeah.
So I know that has to happen first before I get, because if I don't, then
Yeah.
my days get away from me.
That's right. It will.
So I've
Yeah.
just learned to take that time, in that quiet time in
Yeah.
the morning. Yeah. So that's what I've learned to do. But I remember thinking, I was laying there, going, I don't want to get up because I only kept thinking you only had 3 hours. But what was interesting, I wasn't tired.
Yeah.
I just got my day going. So, but
Well, the
I
good thing
understand.
you probably don't have to jump in the car and drive to work.
I walk about 10 feet across the hall.
There we go.
And that's it. That's it.
That helps with that commute.
It does. It does. But I did, but at the same time, and that's why I know you love what you do. I have done the same. I have fallen asleep in the chair. I don't know how, and the computer is on right in front of me, and I'm sound asleep
Yeah.
because I don't want to go to bed. I'm enjoying what I'm doing so much. I don't want to. I don't want to stop.
Can I share something with you right quick on that note?
Yes.
I I do a lot of work and do a lot of writing, a lot of design, and like you say, it's kind of an art.
Right.
Okay. Um, but something about myself, I can't get anything done until it's close to the deadline. Okay, and sometimes I just get into a mode, and it's something spiritual, something greater than me. I call them my
Mhm.
two angels. Okay, they get in and just take over. Okay, I'm
Um,
somewhere else, but when I wake up, I say, "Who did this?"
and it's you.
It don't look like my work. It's too good.
Well, that remember I was no, I'm well.
But
I'm reading the articles, and it's an excellent magazine. That's why, and that's why I thought your background was in journalism before I received your bio. I kept looking at it, going, he didn't major in journalism. He didn't major in English.
Well, my,
So,
my background is really in community work, and I worked for private industry training and workforce development. So I got a lot of people jobs, thousands of people jobs throughout
that's good.
my 40 years. They used to call me the job man. Okay,
Oh,
because I got jobs when there wasn't no jobs. Okay,
ooh, and
and
I did that under JTPA.
yeah, I worked for
I was
JTPA. Yeah, I
I
worked for
was a
all of them.
coordinator under
Yeah,
JT years ago. I
yeah,
wrote the entire grant for our whole school district, everything.
yeah.
But I don't write grants now, so don't anybody ask me about writing any grants.
Well, I do because I know what they're looking for. But
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I started with CETA, well, a neighborhood youth corps, CETA, all of that,
Mhm.
and it was another job of passion because
It
there's
is.
nothing better than seeing somebody get a job.
I
It's
know.
nothing better for somebody to come back to you 10 years later and say,
Yeah.
"Man, I'm so glad you got me in that training school, that
Yeah.
trucking school, that medical school.
Oh,
Man,
I
you're the
know.
best thing that happened to my life."
Oh, you change because you've changed somebody's life.
Yeah, yeah. Well, somebody changed
Oh,
mine, so
yeah.
I was glad to be in that field, and
Oh.
it didn't pay a lot, but it
Well,
paid.
and a lot of times these things they don't. pay.
No, they
I
don't.
mean, because it's not the money that you're even doing it for.
No.
And that's really what it is. Let's just be honest. But let me
Yeah.
ask you this. What words of wisdom would you give someone now that you've done the magazine? You're about to start a weekly, and you
Mhm.
have
Mhm.
the you said the hub. Is that going to be a monthly or weekly?
That's going to be a weekly. That's going to be a
Okay.
newspaper. Yeah.
And what words of wisdom would you give someone else when they want to start a venture such as yours, or
Well,
anything really?
well, the first is just go for it. Okay, you any race that you run, you have to start.
Yeah.
Okay, from the starting line and go. Okay, you may not be you may not be heading. Okay, maybe a long race. You
Right.
go for the distance race.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
especially if you don't know anything about what you're doing. Okay, but you have an idea what you want to do. You have to start. Okay, you just can't talk about it or tell everybody, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You
Yeah.
have to just go on and do it. Okay, and get started. Okay, and then seek help. Okay, seek help from God. Okay, seek help from family and friends. Seek
Yeah.
help from people that are already in that business. Okay, uh, look at people that succeeded. Look at people that
Mhm.
failed. Okay, in that business, and
Right.
learn from others' mistakes. You don't have to learn from your own mistakes all the time. Okay, if you learn from
Mhm.
others, somebody tell you there's a big brick wall there. It's invisible, so don't run in that road. Okay, take
Mhm.
their word for it. Okay,
Yeah.
and go another way. Okay, because
Mhm.
people see the barriers that you don't see. Okay,
Right.
so if you get good advice from people that have experienced what you want to do,
Right.
okay, um, that's the best thing. But you have to get started. You know, every journey starts with one step.
Yep.
Okay, so you take your step and you just go each day. Each day you take another step.
Mhm.
Okay, and you have to be wary of these businesses that just kind of zoom up overnight. Okay,
Right.
okay.
'Cause they didn't put that sweat equity in.
They didn't put that in, so
Mhm.
that would be my advice: is just get started. Okay,
Yeah.
don't think about getting started. Don't let
Mhm.
anybody talk you out of it. Okay,
Yeah.
because when you share your ideas and your dreams,
Mhm.
a lot of times people just automatically. It's not to hurt you or anything, but it's sometimes even to protect you. Oh, you too old to be trying to start a newspaper at this time. Okay, are you old?
Oh
You,
yeah.
you too? Yeah, you're too young. Everybody's doing that. Everybody's doing a radio station. Everybody's doing a
Mhm.
podcast. Everybody's taking pictures. It doesn't matter. Okay, whatever you want to do, you just get started doing it, and things will come to you. Everything's going to come. Okay, and that's a good thing about our Heavenly Father. Okay, he wants you to do things good. So as he see you going down that road, all
Mhm.
those things that you need are going to fall into place for you. All
Mhm.
all it's like a big puzzle. Okay, he's giving you all the pieces.
Mhm.
Okay, and you just have to put them all together. Okay,
All
so
right.
once you get started, things are going
Mhm.
to happen. It did. This is not my first business.
Right.
Okay, but every business, once you get started, things are going to fall into place. Okay,
Oh.
and that's the main thing. You know,
But I always say the hardest part is to start.
the hardest part is to start, but
It is.
that's the hard part.
It
Go to
is.
your heart and say start. Okay,
Because what you said is so true. People talk about it, and then, well, I have another son. He always says, "Mom, don't talk about it. Be about it.
be about it. Yeah, yeah,
Be about it." He's like, "Oh, that's the youngest." I call all his sons number one sons.
yeah,
But he says, "Mom, don't talk." He said, "Don't be talk. Don't be. As we talk, he said, "Don't be bumping those gums."
yeah. Well,
That's what he said. He
yeah,
said, "Be about it. Whatever it is you want to do, be about it."
Yeah.
And because I've had people ask me, how do you do the show? How do you do this? And I said, I took one step. I hit
Yeah.
Facebook Live over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's really what it was. And
Yeah.
I just would get on and talk and not really know what I was talking about, if I be honest. But I would
Hmm.
just get on. But I realized now it was preparing me for the show, but I didn't know it.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't even know this even existed. I didn't even know anything how to do it. But I just kept going live. And so now it's second nature to me for me to go live. I don't even I it's been an experience I would not trade for anything. I enjoy it. I enjoy the people. Um, I just it's just been something that has probably changed my life. Of
Let me ask you a question right quick.
okay,
By you doing that, did you find a mentor, or did you pattern yourself uh, from a certain talk show host, or somebody, or did you look at other people that were doing what you do?
I watch people like the Tamron Hall, even to this day, like the Tamron Hall show or Drew Barrymore show. Their shows, which I do like what they do, is segmented because I've watched their shows. If you notice, their shows are segmented into 4 quarters,
Okay.
anywhere, at least four, but it
Okay.
could be up to six. And they're anywhere from 10 minutes to 15 minutes. And they have every single one of those segments has a producer. There's somebody producing that segment. So
Okay.
that already tells you they have between 4 to 8 producers on the show
Okay.
that are behind the scenes. Now,
Okay.
right now, the producer for this show is my husband. And
Okay.
as Oliver put his comment up, he says, "Hi, babe. Good show. Very informative. I welcome Mr. Jackson to the show. Thank you." He's the
Thank
executive
you. Thank you, Oliver.
Oliver. And
Thank you.
so, and then I think you guys very rarely even see Oliver, but he's behind the scenes. But
Yeah.
he's the one keeping things going for me, and it's really makes the show run. And you have to have that. I
Yeah.
just, I mean, it's a lot to do. People don't, like I said, behind the scenes, they don't know. People ask me, where do you get your guests? How do you get those kind of questions?
Yeah.
And I said, all I would tell you, if you want to do it, start it. And what you said is so true. Every single week I have learned, don't worry about it. You will have a guest. Every single week there's been a guest,
Yeah.
people like yourself that I've never met before,
Right.
but you are doing such wonderful things in the community. I'm honored to meet you. I'm honored to meet you.
Thank
That
you.
you are out here and making a difference.
Well,
Making a
I
difference.
excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm kind of the behind the scenes person
Mm-hmm.
myself, just like Oliver, and that's why I wanted to put my team on there, because um, I I want to pass this on
Right.
uh, to younger people,
Mm-hmm.
and for this to be going on when I'm no longer existing. I want
Right.
City Pride magazine to be going on.
To go
So
on. Correct.
a lot of the work I do behind the scenes. I don't want to be the face of the magazine. Okay? I want a pretty face to be the face of the magazine. So I have young people that I'm training, okay,
Mhm.
to do the presentations and do the shows and do the talk shows like this. Okay, I really appreciate you inviting me. I like I say I was a little hesitant because I'm really the behind the scene person.
Right.
Okay, but what you're offering, okay, opportunity for more people
Mhm.
to know about my publication. Okay,
Yes.
and it's hard for people
Yeah.
to reach out to everybody.
It
Okay,
is. But
and
I will, like I said, I will be emailing it out. And we have a pretty good sized email list and it goes throughout the community.
is
And
it?
I will make sure I let people know that it is free. They don't
Yeah.
have to, they can subscribe. Just that one thing, like a subscribe for free. And I think I can go out tonight with it. We'll see. But I will
Okay.
definitely let people know and put the links in there. I am really about informing. So
Okay.
definitely. And I
Also, let
think
them know
okay.
one thing.
We're down to 1 minute.
Okay, but let them know that there's a lot of opportunities, job opportunities
Okay.
involved with my publication. We need writers, photographers, digital design, and sales and marketing people.
All
So
right.
uh,
Okay.
we don't have a lot of money, but we have uh, access and resources for a lot of jobs.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show today. I really do appreciate you. Please keep the good work that you're doing going,
Thank you.
the publications going. We appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you having me. I mean, it's really been an honor. You really make me
Oh.
feel worthy.
Well, no, we have one last comment. I'm gonna try to get this one in before we get go. And this is from Sheila. She said it sounds good. Okay, well, thank you, Sheila. Well, thank you, Mr. Jackson. And
Thank you.
we will be talking again. It's exactly 2 o'clock, so we do have to go. God
Okay.
bless everybody. We'll see you again next Monday. All
All
right.
right. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.